5:15 and already dark outside. Whatever, let's go to San Diego, pick up my Coyote motor. Riders, today we're getting another update video on my 1968 Ford Mustang Fastback, aka Bev, and the project Coyote swap that I have here right behind me. We're gonna go ahead and talk a little bit more about the motor because I know you guys want to see more into depth, more into detail with this motor. And then as you can see right behind me, we're gonna talk about the Tremec TKX transmission, which is gonna be a game changer, along with other two components, the fuel supply from Aeromotive and the cooling system. So let's get right into it. So as you guys know, it's getting dark literally at like 5 p.m. and I had to adapt, so I went to Amazon to get some lighting so I could still make videos for you guys even at nighttime. But I'm sitting right in front of Drew's McLaren as I'm doing this video, so let's go ahead and show a little bit about the cars if you have not seen already. I moved in with Drew Peacock and Will Collette, as well as Alma, and we got some pretty cool cars, so let's check them out. We got Drew's McLaren MP4 12C, we got the Shelby GT500, aka Miley, she's doing just fine. The Honda Civic, which is getting the K20 swap, gonna be pretty cool. And then we have almost 3-valve here, the Supra, and then Drew Peacock finally got his 3-valve. I'll let you go check out his channel if you want to see what 3-valve he actually has. And then last but not least, we have Will Collette's Roush Mustang that is pro-charged. Pretty cool setup. I actually did a full review on all the cars as well as the house. Make sure to check out my channel to see that full review. But we are going to be talking about the game changer and the Coyote swap that we finally picked up to continue this project. Let's talk about this stage 3 custom built by Wayne Built, who is the same person that built my 1200 horsepower Shelby GT500. I got my second engine from him because I'm so happy with the results and the quality that we performed. This one is going to be top-notch and amazing. So as you guys see here, we have the Gen 1 Coyote custom built with the compression that I'm not going to reveal, as well as the camshafts, which is custom grinded by L&M, and another secret here. And that secret is going to be, I'll give you guys a little hint, this thing is going to be revving close to 9,000 RPM. So those are the two big secrets that are going to be producing the horsepower numbers that we're going to be getting naturally aspirated to the wheels at 500 rear wheel horsepower. But checking out the details, we have the MMR Gen X timing chain tensioners with the billet crankshaft gear. And if you guys remember, this is the most vital important thing. This is actually what blew my motor initially. We have the billet oil pump gears. That's pretty much it with the Coyote motor. There is still a lot to go because as you guys see, this motor is still open. So I will be showing you guys the process of finalizing the last components of this motor. We're going to be doing some lockouts. We're going to be putting together the oil collector, all of the easy stuff. And if you want to make sure that you check up with this engine while we complete this motor together, make sure to subscribe down below. Give it a big thumbs up while you're at it because this engine is going to be fun to build and I can't wait to show you guys. Make sure to go ahead and check out Wayne, who built this motor. I'll link his Instagram down below. I also tag him a lot on Instagram. Make sure to give him a follow. If you do want any type of engine building needs, he's the one to go, and I'm going to go ahead and provide you with more content on this. But overall, I'm very satisfied with the specs and the outcome that we predict with this motor. Another feature that we have here for the video is the cooling and radiator setup that we have from Alloy Works. So let me go ahead and unbox this and show you guys the radiator that we'll be rocking on the 68 Fastback. Guys, when I tell you what a quality radiator fan setup is, this is it. Thank you so much, Alloy Works, for reaching out to me and wanting to be part of this build. We have this beautiful, beautiful setup here. I'll go ahead and put my link down in the description for this radiator, but wow, this thing is so unique. I love the welding, the design, and just the brushed aluminum look. It looks so nice. This compared to this, which if you guys could see, is puny, it's small. The fan setup, of course, is set up with the motor, but it is just so bad. As you guys can see, it's rusting there, it's breaking down. We're going from this low quality radiator to something high and efficient that's gonna keep this Coyote motor super cold. Previously, we decided to run the MT82 transmission as the go-to transmission on the 1968 Ford Mustang Fastback because I wanted a modern driveline in a classic. New owners coming up with the MT82 clutch, flywheel, hell of a good deal. 800 bucks, surprised nobody picked this up earlier, but going bigger, better things. Built transmission. It's gonna do for a lot better, a lot smaller. Gonna be completely built to handle the horsepower that we're pushing, but cheers off to the new owner. However, doing research on the MT82 as well as the conversion kit to get it fit, it was not the most ideal transmission to fit. And then talking to a lot of people out there, thank you guys for all the love and support on this full build. I wouldn't have been able to do any of this without your guys's, but Vince, who is a professional with Coyote swaps, actually shined light on the brand new TKX transmission, and let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about it. I also want to give a huge shout out to everybody that has contributed to the build that got their name on this hood. We got pretty much a quarter of this hood done, and I can't wait to get even more people on. If you want to get your name on the hood, it's very easy. Help out with the build, whether it be contributing parts, whether it be providing knowledge that I didn't know. And because we got the TKX transmission here, if you look right there, Vince Hernandez got his name on the hood just by simply recommending this transmission that helped out with the build so much. You could also purchase some merchandise, which is in the link down in the description if you want to go ahead and check that out. But there's just so many different ways that people have contributed with that. There's been photographers, there's been some models, there's been some companies that have been reaching out, like MMR, CJ Pony Parts, the Rod and Custom Motorsports, Deluxe Auto Body. There's a tuner. There's just so many different people on this that have contributed to the build, and I just want to say a big thank you. This project would have not been possible without your help. So again, if you want your name on the hood, you have to find a way to contribute to this build, help out so that you are also part of this build. So thank you guys so much for everybody that's on the hood so far. Can't wait to build it even more. This is the brand new TKX transmission from Tremec, which replaces the original TKO transmission. This is a 5-speed manual transmission that can hold up to 600 foot-pounds of torque in this tiny, and when I say small, this thing is tiny yet packs a powerful punch. This is solely made for the aftermarket. This is absolutely nothing specific. That's why I ordered a bell housing that's going to be able to connect to the back of this Coyote motor. But this is exactly the secret formula we need in order to fit a transmission into this car without having to cut the transmission tunnel, which is what I've heard one of the most annoying and tedious process that also costs a lot of money. So this project, we're gonna be working smarter, not harder. So as you guys may or may not know, this is the interior of the Classic, and we're making big changes, starting off with the transmission and this transmission tunnel, which is probably one of the most important things that you have to think about when Coyote swapping a Classic Mustang. One of the things that you really have to pay attention to is how shallow this transmission tunnel really is. And with it being that shallow, major big transmissions like the popular T56, the TR6060, the MT82, and other transmissions need to cut and fabricate a custom transmission tunnel. But for my instance, hopefully the TKX paired with the Rod & Customs Mustang 2 front end conversion and the QuickTime bell housing, hopefully I do not need to cut this transmission tunnel. That's what I'm crossing my fingers for. I'm so glad we finally found a transmission that hopefully is going to resolve a lot of our future problems. And if you're doing a Coyote swap on a first gen Mustang, make sure to check out the TKX transmission out of the many transmissions available. This is the one I will currently be equipped expecting. Stay tuned for the clutch, flywheel, and belt housing setup. It's still coming in the mail, should be here in about a week or two. Everything is back ordered, but nonetheless, this is the transmission that's going to be equipped on my Mustang. Now, when it comes to fuel system, we have a lot to talk about, and I don't think I'm going to fit it in this video because there's just so much that you can say about my fuel system, as well as the full setup, the unboxing. I want to dedicate a full video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I got the full system from Aeromotive. Thank you again so much, Aeromotive. However, you guys were gonna have to wait on this one. This is pretty much gonna do it with an update video on taking delivery of my Coyote up here in LA. The brand new Tremec TKX transmission and the cooling system from Alloy Works, which is a great start to the already mentioned Rod and Custom Motorsports front end conversion, and much, much more. So thank you guys so much for this opportunity to build a Coyote swap Mustang. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Make sure to subscribe down below.